He took little X.
Funny. And little Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram. He just took little X.
All the sort of federal money going to media companies is what helps explain why the legacy media all says the same thing at the same time.
The internet is absolutely losing its mind after Whoopi Goldberg made some shocking comments about Elon Musk's son, sending shockwaves across social media. And let's just say, Musk did not take it lightly. If you thought The View had already stirred up enough controversy in the past, this one might just top them all. The moment Whoopi's words hit the airwaves, the backlash was immediate. Fans, critics, and even some of her former supporters started calling her out. But the real storm hit when Musk himself stepped in. And if there's one thing everyone knows about Elon, it's that he doesn't let things slide, especially when it comes to his family. The second someone went after his kid, it was war. Elon wasted no time clapping back, and he did not hold back. He called out Whoopi and her co-hosts in a fiery social media post, accusing them of being outright bullies for mocking a child on national television.
Has allowed all kinds of people to come on. People we agree with, people we don't agree with. I've not been a fan of this man's. I don't like how he talks to us. I don't like how he talks to the nation.
He called it disgusting and said it revealed their true colors. And as expected, his tweet exploded within seconds. It was everywhere. The internet instantly split into two camps, those who sided with Musk and those who thought he was overreacting. But while the debate raged on, Elon wasn't done. He kept going, doubling down on his stance and putting The View in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. He wasn't just upset, he was on a mission to expose them. That's when Musk dropped a bombshell. He didn't just call out Whoopi, he went after the entire show, claiming that The View was nothing more than a scripted performance designed to push personal agendas. And he wasn't just making baseless accusations, he came armed with receipts. Musk even called out the network itself, saying it should be held accountable for allowing its hosts to say whatever they want without any fact-checking. His words sent shockwaves through the media world, making people question just how much of what's said on daytime TV is actually authentic. And just when it seemed like things couldn't escalate any further, they did, because Musk had one more thing to say. He made it crystal clear, if you come for him, you better be ready for the consequences. And this time, he wasn't just talking about a Twitter feud. Rumors started swirling that Musk might take legal action, or even use his massive influence to put serious pressure on the network. Some sources claimed that The View's executives were in panic mode, scrambling to control the damage before things got worse. And let's not forget, Musk holds serious power, not just online, but in business, technology, and media. If he truly wanted to make an example out of them, he could. The real question now is, will The View fight back, or are they about to find out what happens when you challenge Elon Musk?
Yesterday, Elon Musk took his son X to a press conference. I did not name the child. And I don't want to hear any more mess about our names, okay? Okay?
Oh.
Anywho, he took little X.
Funny. And little Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram. He just took little X with it.
According to insiders, The View is in full-blown crisis mode, and it's not looking good. Producers are scrambling, PR teams are in chaos, and ABC executives are reportedly losing their minds. Every attempt at damage control is failing. Every time they put out one fire, another one erupts. At the center of this storm, Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, two of the biggest names on the panel, who are getting slammed from all sides. Social media is relentless, with people digging up everything they've ever said and twisting it into proof of a larger pattern. This isn't just another controversy, this is a full-scale disaster, and the fallout is only getting worse. But here's what makes this situation even more dangerous. This isn't just about a tasteless joke or a poorly worded opinion. They didn't just criticize anyone, they went after Elon Musk's son. And if there's one thing everyone knows about Musk, it's that he doesn't let things slide. We're not talking about some random CEO who will issue a brief statement, take the hit, and move on. This is Elon Musk, the man who owns Twitter, the man who controls the online conversation, the man who has the power to make sure The View never fully recovers from this scandal. If he wanted to, he could bury this show in ways they never saw coming. And right now, it looks like he's already pulling the strings, because the second Elon clapped back, the internet erupted. His tweet calling out Whoopi and Joy was brutal, but it was just the beginning. Within minutes, it spread like wildfire, racking up millions of likes, shares, and comments. And the fallout was immediate. People were outraged, not just Musk's loyal fans, but everyday viewers who felt The View had finally crossed a line.
On The View today, Whoopi made fun of Elon Musk's 4-year-old son.
So yesterday, Elon Musk took his son X to a press conference. I did not name the child. And I don't want to hear any more mess about our names, okay?
You take aim at a 4-year-old? I mean, look, I get that he's operating at your reading level, but come on. At least have the decency to go after someone who's reached puberty.
They weren't just mad, they were calling for action, and that's when things really spiraled out of control. The hashtag #CancelTheView exploded across Twitter. But this wasn't just a temporary outrage that fades after a day. This one had staying power. People weren't just complaining, they were demanding real consequences. Boycotts were being organized, and social media was flooded with calls to shut the show down. But here's where it gets even worse. This isn't just a PR nightmare, it's a business disaster. Because when an audience turns on a show, the real threat isn't just bad press, it's lost revenue. And right now, The View's money is in serious jeopardy. Major advertisers, the lifeblood of the show, are reportedly rethinking their partnerships. No company wants to be associated with a brand facing this much backlash. Social media outrage is one thing, but corporate panic is something else entirely. Some sources claim that top-tier sponsors are already in serious talks about pulling their ads. And if that happens, the consequences will be devastating. No advertisers mean no revenue. No revenue means The View is in serious trouble. Now, the big question isn't whether The View can repair the damage, it's whether they'll survive this at all. ABC executives are reportedly in full-on meltdown mode, scrambling for any possible way to contain the disaster. Whoopi and Joy are under pressure to address the controversy, but at this point, anything they say could backfire. The network is desperate, the audience is furious, and Elon Musk, well, he's not letting this go anytime soon.
You know what, X is an adorable name, and perhaps a grown woman who named herself Whoopi should refrain from mocking a 4-year-old for the name his parents gave him. Yes, Whoopi picked that name for herself. She's actually Karen Elaine Johnson. Now, how did Karen become Whoopi? You're going to love this. According to Goldberg, once I started getting parts in plays, I wanted a name that sounded more interesting. Karen Johnson wasn't it. Some people at the rep called me Whoopi because I would let loose with a fart.
He's just getting started. If The View thought they could brush this under the rug, they seriously underestimated their opponent. The real question now is this the beginning of the end for The View? Because here's the deal, this isn't just another controversy or a headline that will fade in a few days. This might be the moment that finally breaks The View beyond repair. For years, the show has thrived on pushing boundaries, stirring the pot, and keeping the audience on edge with its take-no-prisoners attitude. But this time, they might have gone too far. Because when you go after Elon Musk's kid, you're not just stirring the pot, you're tipping it over, spilling everything, and setting the kitchen on fire. It all started with what should have been a simple father-son moment. Elon Musk made a rare public appearance with his son at a major press conference. He stood there, proud, a father first, a billionaire second. It was a rare glimpse into his life that most people never get to see, a side of Elon that wasn't about Twitter battles, rocket launches, or AI, just him and his son sharing a moment. But Whoopi Goldberg, she saw it differently. She didn't take it as a touching father-son bond. Nope. She saw an opportunity, an opening, and she took it.
If you're a father, you will really understand. And there's nothing more motivating than looking at the future of your children and saying, what will I give them? Because the country that I build right now and help to protect, that's the one they're going to inherit. Will they have to spend their entire lives fixing my problems because I was such a selfish, lazy bastard? I preserved nothing for them? Or am I going to fix these things so that I do the hard work and they get the benefit?
Letting it be what it was, a normal moment between a father and his child, was an option. But Whoopi mocked the boy's name, and not in a casual passing way. She leaned into it, that classic smirk, the dripping sarcasm, the tone that said, "Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing," almost like she was baiting people to react, and react they did. The audience laughed, some co-hosts chuckled along, but the internet exploded. Because let's be real, this wasn't just about the name. This was about who said it, where she said it, and how she said it. Elon Musk's son's name has been a topic of discussion since day one. People have debated how to pronounce it, made memes, and joked about it online. But coming from a major TV personality on a national platform, that's a different level of trolling. This wasn't some anonymous Twitter user cracking a joke. This was Whoopi Goldberg sitting on a daytime talk show with millions of viewers throwing shade at a child. And for what? A few cheap laughs, a headline, a viral moment. The backlash was instant. People weren't just calling her out, they were furious. Parents were outraged. The View's fans were shocked, and even some of Whoopi's own supporters started questioning her choice of words. Because at the end of the day, this wasn't just about Elon Musk. This was about a kid, a child who didn't ask to be in the spotlight, who didn't sign up for public ridicule. And now, Whoopi Goldberg was at the center of a firestorm she never saw coming. And The View is now facing a storm that might be too big to ride out. Clips of Whoopi's comments spread like wildfire, and the internet did not hold back. Within minutes, the backlash was brutal. People were outraged, calling out The View for what they saw as a new low. One comment summed it up perfectly: The View making fun of a 4-year-old child. That's a new low, even for them. Another took it even further, writing, "Elon will just have to sue The View again, this time for everything they've got." And here's the kicker, this wasn't just Musk's fan base defending him. Even people who couldn't stand Elon were calling this an absolute disaster. One viral comment read, "Insulting the beloved 4-year-old son of an often litigious man worth $400 billion is probably the most monumentally stupid move of a monumentally stupid woman." But if you thought Whoopi's comment was bad, oh, it gets worse, because Joy Behar took things to a whole new level. Instead of reading the room, instead of even acknowledging that Whoopi's comment might have been out of line, she doubled down, and not in a casual way. She went off. What started as a discussion about Elon Musk's son somehow spiraled into a completely unhinged rant. Out of nowhere, Joy threw in a random and bizarre comment. Maybe Elon should have invested in better birth control if he didn't want people talking about his kid's name. At that moment, the controversy wasn't just about a bad joke anymore. It had turned into a full-blown disaster.
If somebody's gonna try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
Excuse me, what? How did we go from talking about a child's name to that? Even Whoopi looked caught off guard. Like, where is this going? The audience? Dead silent. It was one of those moments where you could physically feel the tension through the screen. Because whether you love Elon or hate him, dragging an innocent child into a debate about his father's life choices? That's just weird. It wasn't just a low blow, it was completely out of line. Viewers watching this train wreck in real time were stunned. People weren't just annoyed, they were genuinely confused. How did a simple discussion about a father-son moment turn into this? Social media erupted, with people wondering what on earth Joy was thinking. But the rant wasn't over yet. Oh no, Joy kept going. She then started attacking Elon's spending habits, questioning why he even took his son to public events when, according to her, he's so obsessed with himself. At this point, people weren't just angry, they were baffled. What was supposed to be a casual TV segment had turned into an absolute circus. And the worst part? The damage was done. Clips were everywhere. The backlash was growing by the second, and The View. They had no idea what kind of storm was about to hit them. And let's not forget, this is coming from a woman who sits on a daytime talk show built on gossiping about celebrities' personal lives. The hypocrisy is off the charts. But just when you thought The View couldn't dig themselves into a deeper hole, they did. Because instead of taking a step back and realizing that maybe, just maybe, they went too far, the host kept going. No apologies, no backtracking, just more fuel to the fire. And now, the battle lines are drawn. On one side, you have people saying Whoopi crossed a major line, that mocking a child, no matter who their parents are, is just wrong. Even critics who usually don't side with Elon are agreeing that this time, The View went too far. People are questioning, how far is too far when it comes to daytime talk shows that thrive on controversy? And this might be the moment where audiences finally draw the line. But on the other side, you have people claiming that this is exactly what Elon Musk wanted, that he's using this controversy as an excuse to go after what he calls the woke media. They say he loves playing the victim when it benefits him, and that this entire situation is just another way for him to flex his power over the media landscape. Either way, one thing is clear. This isn't blowing over anytime soon. But here's the thing. When has Elon Musk ever backed down from a fight? Ever? This is the same man who bought Twitter just because he could. The same guy who openly clashes with politicians, celebrities, and entire corporations. And somehow, he always comes out on top. You really think he's just going to ignore these? Comments? You think he's gonna let a daytime talk show take a jab at his kid and get away with it? Absolutely not. At this point, The View might need to brace for impact, because if Elon wants to make an example out of them, this fight is far from over. And knowing Musk, he's not just going to respond once and move on. He's going to drag this out until the damage is irreversible. We've seen this before. Elon doesn't just clap back. He goes all in. If he feels wronged, he doesn't forget, he doesn't forgive, and he doesn't stop until he gets the last word. And this time, it's personal. This isn't about a business rivalry, a Twitter feud, or even a political debate. This is about his child. And now, the big questions remain. Will this be the scandal that finally cancels Whoopi Goldberg? Will The View be forced to apologize just to save themselves, or will they double down yet again? Could Musk actually take legal action? Against the show, the network, or even the hosts themselves? And perhaps the biggest question of all, will The View even survive this? Because right now, it's not just a social media backlash anymore. It's not just angry tweets or trending hashtags. This is bigger than that. Advertisers are watching, ABC executives are panicking, and Elon? He's just getting started. So, what do you think? Has The View finally crossed the line, or is Musk blowing this out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you don't want to miss out on the next big Hollywood scandal, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Because trust me, this story, it's far from over.